On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans.
Cybert set to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
31.
Buffalo and Houston, two up-and-comers in the AFC, and you may remember they met in the wild card round a season ago. That game most likely to be remembered for the Deshaun Watson play where he spun away from the two defenders before finding Tywan Jones for a big play late. And that game went into overtime, tied at 19, before Kaimi Fairbairn won it with a field goal in the extra session.
Third down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now back to throw. That second down play nets a -4.
Blacklock. Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this out past the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
here to his running back. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Number 28.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Give him 28 yards on that one.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Let's go. Hey, watch it.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
From the gun, here's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
By the Bills. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Second and 3. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Buffalo.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Raymond Calais, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Texans nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
At the 41-yard line.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. To the air yet again, Watson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Buffalo.
Now a handoff looking right. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
To throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, it's Watson. And complete to Zach Ertz. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Right back to Williams, and this time he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
6-yard line.
Watson looks to throw again. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, it's our house. Never mind, 52, right 52. Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Out of the gun, Watson. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Intended for number 28.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
First down, Bills.
Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
And he works free. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
No, check that. We want Mike 52.
From the gun, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And they finally put an end to this return. But not before he's all the way down to the 37.
10 at the 37-yard line.
I'm going back to you. Mike 96.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of
2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
And 3 yards to go.
Handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Uncorks one for Davis. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That is caught inside the 5.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Third and 2, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. Operating from the gun, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And 1 at the Bills' 30-yard line.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Texans 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Man, we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Intercepted.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Watson's pass.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
7-yard line.
From the gun, Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got this down to the 35. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Faking the give, now Watson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Davis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to tailback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He was brought down at the 26.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Going with Moss on the ground. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Today's final score, Bills.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bills, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Houston, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.